Hello everyone, welcome back to the KMTRADERS channel. So this is the Crypto Weekly Analysis Volume 8. Again, we'll give you an insight of exactly what we're looking into for this week and give you a recap of what's been happening last week or so. Bitcoin, what we've expected through last week was just pretty much two scenarios. We'll either get a spike towards the upside to fill in this red box area, which again, just to remind you, is just these downtrend intermediate lines here. So we've got this space to potentially fill. I'm not saying it will, but it's potential. And then the second scenario is that we will just get price to carry on descending and pushing low, which is exactly what we want to do. So again, the concept here is that we want price to push lower and take out this low. So around the 28k, we can see price is really just pushing lower and lower through last week, and that's pretty much what's been happening so far. So nothing too crazy, nothing too alarming that we need to know about, but again, we're getting closer towards our target area. And again, like I said before in the previous week's videos, is that if we break this low, we could be then starting to gear up to looking for those buying positions, and that's just not just with Bitcoin, it's across the board with the other pairs. So if we take a look now at the other altcoins, and we should be able to see some similar reflection in price action as well. So take a look into Ripple. So if we take a look into this pair, we can see that again we had this opposing scenario where we will either have a push up and then push low, or we'll get price action to push just low. And as we can see here, I might as well just put this here. But yeah, this target here is basically, we'll just put this in blue. So yeah, essentially we're waiting for price to take this low right now. So as we can see, if we scale out, similar story, we've got these two trend lines here, we've got this space to potentially fill, and likewise with Bitcoin, we could have that spike up. So again, I'm going to move these arrows along because we could still get a spike in price action, and it really just depends what price wants to do in this moment in time until we break this low. So the possibility is that we will get price to push lower, or the second scenario is price will push up higher and then push lower. Okay, so that's pretty much the thought processes that I'm still thinking that can happen, and then ultimately once we get to this low, we could be starting to think about taking some buying opportunities. Okay, so moving on now to Cardano. So again, a similar story. I'm not really looking at any upside opportunities for Cardano just yet. I still think that there is a stronger ability to push lower. I can't see any potential bullishness just yet, so I'm quite confident that we could just get a push lower into where we currently are. So literally right on the dot on $1. So yeah, pretty much again waiting for price to break this $1 mark, and then we can start to look at those buying opportunities towards the upside, and that's pretty much the key thing that we need to look into. So yeah, don't miss this when price breaks this low, because the episodes on our weekly analysis will get a bit more detailed, and as the last few weeks have been going, it's pretty much been the same story, which is understandable. This is the part of long-term investment. You just have to wait, I guess. So yeah, so with Litecoin, a similar story again. We're just waiting for price to break that low. And as a recap, we said that if price does, for whatever reason, break above the 7k mark, we could be looking at price to make some continuation moves towards the upside. So that'll be quite interesting if we do see something like that happen. So yeah, we'll see what could potentially happen. Ethereum, similar story again. We are waiting for price to push and break this low. So we are getting very close actually. I think where was this with Litecoin? Yeah, we are getting closer with Litecoin, so not too much. But yeah, Ethereum's getting really close to that low that we've made in June. So now we've been a whole month now pushing lower. potentially getting closer to breaking this low, and then like I said before, we could be looking into, once we break that low, looking at those buying opportunities. And as a recap again here, if we do break the 3k mark, we could be potentially looking at some bullish opportunities and price action pushing higher. And yeah, so looking at a final pair for this week is Dogecoin. So we are getting really close now for price to potentially turn over. So here we are getting as close as possible to that low. So yeah, I was saying that we're just waiting for price to break this low, and then we could be looking into price to turn over. This, as a recap, this box doesn't mean price will definitely go into here. Again, it sounds nice that we could get a 10 cents buying opportunity. I really do hope so. Or even if we get to the 5 cents, that'd be crazy if we can, because that ROI would be crazy, especially if we can get into especially if price does rally and break the high, because I think that this could go to $1 personally, and even higher. But yeah, I think that this has the ability to push lower, and then once we get this broken low, then we can start to really pay attention and get really focused in on our buying points, and that's pretty much where the crypto weekly analysis videos will get a bit more interesting, I believe. So that will be pretty much it for this week. Again, nothing too special, nothing new, and I say this all the time in our previous videos, is that once we break that low that we spoke about in every single pair, that's when we can get more detailed with our entries and buying positions. So that'll be pretty much all that we've got covered for this week. If you are new to this channel, we do have a trading group that you can join. That link is in the description, but that is more towards Forex and intraday plays. Again, our crypto analysis is more for long-term traders. So again, if that's perfect for you, then feel free to join that group. If you have any other comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and that would be awesome. Thank you very much for listening, guys, and we'll see you all in our next week's video.